Hello, everyone. Because I'm reviewing another Warner Brothers movie, what can I say? I can only show the Wikipedia page for the entirety of the video rather than just the beginning and the end, or in most cases, just the beginning. Yeah. So, today's subject is a very historically significant film. Not in like the movie form. I mean, yeah, it is a historically significant movie, but the actual event is based on is very historically significant, as it was the first sign that the modern American government wasn't so perfect as people thought. And that movie is, of course, All the President's Men. Now, this is quite the famous movie. It was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, at the Academy Awards in 1977, and had quite a big cast, which featured Dustin Hoffman and Robert Redford as Bob Woodward and Paul and Carl Bernstein, respectively. I don't know why I said Paul. I was just yeah. Anyway, it's based on the real event where there was a scandal, the Watergate scandal, that caused a chain of events that led to Richard Nixon's presidency being brought down, collapsing pretty much. And it was all because of two reporters investigating the situation and eventually leading to the collapse of Nixon's presidency. So it takes place beyond multiple different periods of months, as it's meant to show that how the case developed over time and how it eventually led to the event happening. Now, of course, lots of things happened in between the discovery and the reveal. Uh, there's a scene in I'm not gonna spoil anything because damn it, the stuff that happens in between is very unique, suspenseful, and definitely gives the film a very suspenseful and thrilling vibe to it. Of course, all the performances of the cast are really good, especially Dustin Hoffman. Uh, Wait a second. I said it the opposite way, didn't I? Anyway, ignoring that slight mistake that if anyone mentioned in the comics, I will have to hunt you down and kill all your family. Ignore I said that. Forget I said that. Uh, so all the performances of the cast are really good, especially Dustin Hoffman, who gives a really it's like the two actors were perfect for this role. Robert Redford is more of a strict, serious type of guy, whereas Dustin Hoffman is less uh strict and more laid back. I definitely picture them as these characters. Uh, Dustin Hoffman especially gives a good performance, and he still has the same tone of voice that he has in Rain Man, except it's done less, except it's his actual voice rather than him doing sort of a different voice for Raymond, which is why it's such a unique performance in there. And here he's just playing, he has to play a real person. I think all of the other performances are really good as well, but I also like the music as well. It really gives off a suspenseful vibe and also a very 70s suspenseful vibe of the time and how thriller movies were back then. I also like the cinematography. Sometimes there are shots where you can't see the characters' faces. Other times they're very dark outside, and other times like straight shots, and it's very cool cinematography. I also think that the writing is very sharp as well, and it really gives off a very good, like, very interesting way of having the characters speak. Now, I do have some negatives as well, but they're very minor. I feel like the film should have been cut down on time. It's just, I feel uh, That's just way too long of a runtime for this type of movie. Maybe they could have cut out some scenes that didn't need, uh, that didn't need to happen. I think a very big problem I have in this nitpick is not in the actual film, but in the advertising. So if we go to the IMDb page, here it is. You can clearly see this has a PG rating. But if we go to the appearance guide, we can clearly see there's 10 or 11 uses of the F word. Now, I don't know if you know this, but if your movie contained more than one F word, it would get an R rating. Of course, if there was now one F word in a movie nowadays, it will get a PG-13. But back then, the PG-13 didn't exist. So yeah, so I have no idea how this got a PG rating when, yeah, there's not really anything strong that happens in the film, but like strong sexual content or violence, and there are some smoking. It's only the language that really gets this 15 on UK DVDs. This should have been an R rating. It's not like where I'm using it jokingly, like in Airplane 2, where it's used as, a negative for the film. I'm using this as an actual proper negative, as misleading advertising, because a kid could come into this with a parent, of course, and just actually, no, why would any kid want to come into a fucking political drama about a real event that happened in the world? I would. Yeah, so that's all the President's Man. I know this is a very short review, but I'm kind of crunching on time here, so yeah. But there's still one thing I just don't get. I just don't get why Warner Brothers just wants to have us not use any work from their any of their works in videos. Sometimes if we want to make an analysis of it, we have to use footage at some point. Seriously, I think companies are just too protective of their copyright. Asking won't do any favors, so you just have to be really careful. But at the same time, don't be careful and just mess with companies as much as you want. But just don't mess with Disney. Just me, I've done that multiple times and it's backfired on me about 5,000 times, give or take. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.